Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Love Sockwall podcast. My name is Sarah, also known as Love Sockwall on Ravelry and Instagram. Happy Monday, and today is April 17th. We just got finished with Easter weekend. I hope everyone had a lovely Easter and weekend. It was so busy. Oh my goodness. We had a Seder dinner Thursday night. We had Good Friday service Friday night. We had the Easter egg hunt Saturday morning. And then Sunday was Easter and family time and church. It was a lovely day. It was really nice. But oh my goodness, I'm kind of tired. So I'm ready for a slower week. Hopefully this week will be a little bit less busy. I got super sick a week ago. The weekend before Easter. I got stuck with a really bad stomach bug. I haven't been that sick in years. I broke my 11-year non-vomiting streak. I finally vomited after 11 years of not vomiting. Isn't that interesting? So it was very upsetting that I broke my streak. But I'm much better now. I'm still a little, I tire out easily. I still feel like I'm not quite 100%, but I'm much better, so that's good. I have so many socks to show you. So much has happened. We went on vacation out in California to visit some family and friends. So that was spring break. Was it like the last week of March? Yeah, it was the last week of March. It was my birthday while we were out there. I am officially 40. What? When did that happen? I'm still like 14 inside. In my soul, I will always be 14, maybe 10. We're just not even gonna go there. And then we celebrated our 17th wedding anniversary, so that was fun. And I have a bunch of footage from my trip that I will tack on at the end of this video. So if you're interested in seeing some vacation videos and places we stayed and where we went, you can see that. We flew into LA and stayed with Ben's brother's family for a few days. We went camping in the desert for one night and did some off-roading. It was really beautiful. The weather was gorgeous and there were all these desert flowers everywhere. It was really beautiful. And then we drove up to Monterey, Carmel area and visited my dear friend Ria, who we both lived in Germany at the same time, and so it was really wonderful to see her and her family again. And so yeah, I will, if you're interested in seeing footage from that, it'll be at the end of this episode. So okay, socks. I've knit so many socks. Pretty much only been knitting socks and a few cozy memories. I did cast on another shawl because that's what I do, and then I don't knit on it, but I'll show you that. And first I'll show you some single socks that I have finished. So while we were on vacation, I finished my first sock blank sock by Gail's Art, and I've got the rest of the sock blank right here. It's really beautiful. So I have not cast on the second one yet, but I will at some point. Priscilla helped me knit the foot a bit, so that was nice. I need to give her more plain vanilla socks to knit on because she can help me finish some of them because I have like 47,000. And then I have finished my first Leadingman Fiber Arts Quantum Leap sock. This is the colorway of the month for April that Steve and Andy came up with, and I just absolutely adore it. And Steve so kindly gifted this to me. It was waiting for me when I got home from California, and thank you so much, Steve. I love this colorway. It's inspired by the show Quantum Leap, which I used to watch when I was a kid, and I need to find a way to watch it again because it's not on Netflix, it's not on Amazon. Well, it's on Amazon Prime, but you have to pay for it. I'm not paying for things. So I gotta find a way I can watch it for free. I could probably get it on DVD from the library, but we don't have a DVD player because who has DVD players anymore? We pretty much watch everything on Apple TV. Like if we can rent it or buy it on Apple TV, we do that. So we don't have a DVD player. How can I watch Quantum Leap? Does anyone know? Is it on YouTube? I'll check and see if it's on YouTube. But I love this colorway. It's so perfect. Isn't that glorious? And this is the Showstopper base. I think it's 75/25 merino nylon. And I wanted to show you, Steve so generously has given us a skein of Anne's story as a giveaway for the Anne-along that we're doing right now through the end of May. And this is on the Show Stealer base. This is the MCN base that Steve does. It's beautiful. Someone's gonna win this. I still have my skein that I still need to knit. Oh, guys, look at that. It's so beautiful. Thank you, Steve. You're the best. If you have not tried Leading Men Fiber Arts, you need to. He's always got yarn in his shop. You can always get some. And I think he updates kind of on the weekends. Watch his podcast, Dramatic Knits, that he co-hosts with Callie. And then you'll find all the latest news. I think he just put up a podcast. Was it this weekend? I might be a week behind. I need to check. So yeah, Dramatic Knits on YouTube and iTunes, I believe. So that's exciting. We have more prizes for the Anne-along. Okay, all right. So those are my 2 single socks that I have to show. I need to get the second one's cast on, but I have not done that yet. Okay, now I do have quite a few pairs that are finished. So while we were out in California, I finished my Vintage Fairy Light socks. And this is a pattern by Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade. I think she came out with this around Christmas time. And this was my Christmas Eve cast on. It only took 4 months to finish them. And you're supposed to knit the pattern in a ribbed, but I just did plain vanilla. And this is a homespun house. It's not me, it's you. I think that's the name of the colorway. I love it. It's the sparkly. Fish Lips Kiss. And this is Hedgehog Fibers in the Zephyr colorway. You see the Vintage Fairy Lights? It's really fun to knit this pattern. I would knit it again. I'm not going to right now, but I would knit it again. It was really fun to do. Okay, so that's pair number 1 that I finished. And then this pair was my cast on that I cast on the plane on the way to California. And this is Jinx Yarns Magical Girl on her sparkle base. This sock yarn was so completely fun to knit up. You see this stripe right here? That light pink with like the little speckles? That's my favorite stripe. I would try to knit the other stripes really fast just so I could get back to that stripe because it was so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And then I put Hippos for Easter. By Lolo Did It for a Fish Lips Kiss heel, and I love that. And I actually I cast this, the Hippos for Easter on yesterday, on Easter Sunday, which was perfect. I just got the cuff done. And so when I get to the heel flap, or the Fish Lips Kiss for that sock, I'm gonna put Magical Girl, because I have quite a bit left over. Hold on. And so they'll be, you know, contrast socks. So here's Magical Girl. I love this yarn. You could eat it. Just pop it right in your mouth and eat it. I absolutely adored knitting this. And I knit these like in a little over 2 weeks. That's really good for me. That's really good for me, actually. I'll show you my Hippo for Easter. I cast this on yesterday. After church, I came home and cast this on. So I think that'll be fun to throw in a stripy heel. So yes. Okay. I'm not done. There's more pairs. I finished this pair. Do you remember this pair? This is Emily's favorite sock pattern. And it's you can purchase it on Ravelry. It's a basic ribbed pattern, but there's just all these different variations of how you can do contrast cuffs, heels, and toes, and stripes, and it's just her recipe, Emily's recipe for how she likes to make her ribbed socks. And so these are knit in Malabrigo lettuce and Anniversario. So beautiful. I love that. Look at that. So pretty. So here's Anniversario. I might make Juliet some tube socks with this, with the leftovers. And then here is Lettuce. It's a beautiful green. I love it. So yay! Look at this. 3 pairs. So you know what I did? I cast on 4 more socks this week. So now I'll show you those. First that I cast on, so I knew I was feeling better from my sickness, the plague, whatever I had. Some horrible flu. I knew I was feeling better because I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna cast on some new socks. So I did. So this is Woolen Yarns, Enjoy the Silence, on the Footsie base, which is Kristen's BFL sock yarn. And I've had this in my stash for several months, and I've just been kind of hoarding it. And I realized I did not have any Woolen Vine socks on the needles. What? That is just not okay. So I had to get that cast on immediately to rectify the situation. So isn't that a pretty stitch marker? It's from Little Nitty Bird on Etsy. I think this was one of the Jane Eyre collection. Because you remember that she made those little, they look like little books. So I have one called Jane Eyre, but it's on a shawl, so I don't have it with me. But this was one of the ones that came with that. It's so pretty, and it matches because it's kind of like purpley and blue and stuff. So anyway, and I am knitting this on 2.5 millimeter needle, so a US 1.5, because the Footsie base to me seems like a plumper yarn. So I did cast on 64. I probably could have cast on 60, but I did 64. It's okay though. They might just be a touch slouchier than I normally wear my socks, but that is fine. They're gonna be great. So, and I am waiting for another set of these Chalgu Twist sock needles to come in the mail. So Shauna of the Adelaide Cottage podcast, she told me about these, and Jilly told me about them too, I think. So what they are, it's Chalgu's new sock needles that are sock size needles, but you can twist that, they're interchangeable, so you can twist them into the cable. I'm not really sure why, because so I ordered a 2.5 millimeter and a 2.25 millimeter and only 1 cable. I don't know why I did that. Why didn't I order 2 cables? But the thing is, once I screw the needles onto the cables, I don't see any reason why I would ever take them off. So I'm not really sure what the advantage is of having them be interchangeable. But it's nice. It's a nice option, and I love them. Where's my other pair? Because I have them on sock cast on number 2, recklessly, that I did last week when I was feeling better. Was I cast on my Leia sock, my Mustache Yarns, Princess Leia. I've had this wound up ready to cast on for the longest time, but I never got around to casting it on. But anyhow, this is the Chalgu Twist interchangeable needles. And they're great. I really like them. The cable is extremely flexible. Amazingly flexible, way different than their fixed circulars, which are like the cables that could hold up a bridge or something. This is much softer and more flexible. So, isn't Leia pretty? And these are going to be for Priscilla, probably for Christmas. I have Han as well, so they will be a mismatched pair of socks. Exciting times. Okay, and then I'm not done because I cast on other socks all on the same day. I think I cast on all three of these on the same day. I did not have a hedgehog sock on the needles because I had finished these. And I have a self-imposed rule that I must always be knitting hedgehog socks. So this got cast upon the needles. This is Heyday, and this is the hedgehog that I got at Stephen B. Yarn Garage in Minneapolis when Karen came up to visit me. So yes, isn't Isn't it fun? It's very neon. I love it. You could eat it. Just take a bite out of it. I love it. It's so fun. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3. And then my fourth sock that I cast on yesterday was hippos for Easter. I love it. And I'm so behind on all my hippo colorways. I finished one of the Valentines, one of the Christmas. I never even cast on St. Patrick's Day. And then I just now cast on hippos for Easter. Gotta get on it. I was thinking I should look for some really cute hippopotamus fabric and make myself a hippopotamus bag. Put all my hippo colorways in it, and that would motivate me to knit them all. I mean, I am motivated to knit them, but you know, there's just so many things to knit. You have to choose. But yeah, I'm kind of behind, but that's okay. There's no rules with this. You knit what you want to knit, and it's okay. All right, there are more socks. I know there are. Okay, here's another whip, sock whip. Almost done with this one. Actually, I'm in the process of switching out my needles because I just need to switch out my needles. Anyway, this is also Leading Men Fiber Arts. Love You to Pieces. This is the February colorway of the month that I adore. It's not fun. So it's supposed to look like Reese's Pieces candy. And I'm at the toe. I'm just switching out my needles because I'm using Knit Picks for contrast heels and toes, and this is Merlot Heather Knit Picks Stroll. And I was using my Majestic needles. Well, I mean, look at that. You can't even see it. So I have to switch it to a needle where I can see my stitches. So I'm switching to my Zings. But I'm on the toe, so I'll probably be able to get this finished today. But it's only the first sock though, but that's okay. So this is Molly's, the Homespun House, her sock pattern, Mrs. Weasley's Family Sock Recipe. I think that's the name of it. I really love it. It works well with so many different yarns, variegated, plain, it works. This pattern is a great pattern. I love it. Okay, I think that's all I have for sock. Oh no, I've got more sock whips. I've been working a little bit here and there on my Anne sock by the Yarn at Home Mom. This is Anne of Green Gables for the Anne Along. And I'm kind of saving this for when the show starts on Netflix, the Anne series, which I think is going to be May 12th. So I'm kind of saving this for when I can watch the show, so I can just sit and watch Anne and knit Anne socks. So pretty, and it's on a sparkle base. Shannon did an amazing job with this colorway. Okay. That is that, and then I can show you what I was working on for about the past 6 weeks or so. I didn't finish. So Debbie Reese so sweetly asked me if I would consider test knitting her new sock pattern, and she even sent us all of her test knitters yarn from Lolo Did It from her tonal colors section, and I'll show you how far I got, but I didn't finish them. It was a major fail. But aren't these beautiful? And this is the That's Amore colorway by Lolo Did It. And it's a toe-up sock pattern. And look, I'm doing them 2 at a time. And I'm working up the legs now. I've got both heels done. But I've just got to get the legs done. And then I'll have a beautiful pair of like springtime flowery socks. And this pattern is available to purchase on Ravelry. So you should go check out Debbie Reese Designs and look at her new sock pattern. It's really pretty. It's these beautiful little like snowflake flowers. So thank you, Debbie, for letting me test knit even though I didn't finish. It's a beautiful pattern. And I'm proud of myself I got this far. I feel like I was doing good getting this far. And this is That's Amore by Lolo Did It. And this is the plush sock, which is the one that has, well, here we go. Here's the label. That's Amore. And it's 75% merino, 15% nylon, 10% tencel. But it's so soft. It's like, it feels like a cashmere, like an MCN base. It's wonderful. Okay, what else has been worked upon? Okay, I'll show you my, actually I have another sock. There's always more socks. There's never not socks. I do have a second sock going of my Stars Hollow Gnome Acres. Here's the little fish lips kiss heel. I'm working down the foot. I should try to finish this one this week. But then I got so excited about casting on new socks that I haven't been working on this one, but it'll be done momentarily. It'll take me a day or two if I just could focus on it. All right. Okay, so I said I cast on another shawl, and I did. I don't have a huge amount of progress on it, but I'll show it to you. I keep casting on shawls, but then not working on them. I just keep knitting socks. Socks are just so easy to knit, and when I'm exhausted, that's all I want to knit. And I'm pretty much always exhausted, so socks always fit the bill. But, you know, I was struck with a fever of wanting to cast on another shawl, and so I did before I could change my mind. And I cast on Susan B. Anderson's Prairie Ridge shawl, which I have knit 2 times already. But I've always wanted to knit another one in a color like this. Like, this is not really a mustard yellow, but that I wanted a mustard yellow shawl. And this is the closest I have to that. This is a homespun house on the DK base, Molly's DK base. And it's a 100% superwash merino. And it's called Barley. And I just love it because I think it will go with a lot. It's just a lovely neutral color. Okay, so Prairie Ridge Shawl by Susan B. Anderson. Sorry, I got cut off. I had to go delete a bunch of stuff off my phone to make room so I could keep recording. So I'm kind of still in the first section, and I just love it. I love this pattern. I love it because it's a very wearable shawl. It's very easy to wrap it, and I just feel like it looks nice in multiple ways. So I could always be knitting a Prairie Ridge shawl. It's a really, really good pattern. So, and I have two balls of this. So I think I'll have plenty to make a good size shawl, and I'm using size US 7s. And these are knit picks. Wooden needles. Okay, I'll show you some cozy memories. So I've been working on my larger square Cozy Memories blanket, and I took this with me to California on vacation. I'm trying to remember what I have shown you. I think I was to here. This is the Mustache Yarns Be Mine. This was a mini that was sent to me. I don't remember who sent this to me, and then I ran out, so I put in a little square of orange. And then Magical Girl. Let's see, I've got Polyjuice Potion. This was also the Conversation Hearts that came with the Be Mine Mustache Yarn. And then, because I finished my Hedgehog sock, Vintage Fairy Light, so this is Zephyr and Hedgehog. And Molly's It's Not Me, It's You. And yeah, Magical Girl is the last one I finished. And then when I was out in California, I put in Hippos for Easter. I think all the other ones I'd seen. So it's getting a little bigger. Almost at 20 squares. So I want to finish my Love You to Pieces sock, because I want to put that yarn on next, because I think it'll look really cute right there in the corner. Always love the Cozy Memories. And this is 60 stitches, a 60 stitch square. And I'm using a 2.5 millimeter needle. So yes, enjoying it immensely. Okay, what else do I have to show you? I can show you a wee bit of stash enhancement. Oh, Debbie, so sweetly, she sent me such a surprise in the mail as a thank you for test knitting her sock pattern, even though I didn't finish them. Thank you, Debbie. Anyway, though, this is Shawls, which I've never gotten to try. This is Paper Dag on Instagram, and this is Aurora Borealis, and it's 75/25 superwash merino nylon, 434 yards. It is so amazingly plush and soft and plump. I think this might need to be a shawl of some kind. And I just love it. I love this gold. I really love gold yarn. any yarn that has gold in it, I'm all over it. Thank you, Debbie. And thank you, Shawls, this Paper Dag. I'm so excited to try this. Okay, so that's one of my stash enhancements. I managed to hit up a Villain Vine update, and I got Violet Star Galactica. Isn't that stunning? And I love how she's doing her label. She's got these cool markers. I love it. It's so, so pretty. I'm thinking that I will put in a purple sparkly heel on my Heyday sock. I want to knit socks with this as well, but I want to have some of it for heels and toes because I think it's so fun. I love it. And Kristen, sweet Kristen, I cannot believe she did this. She sent as a giveaway a skein of I Am No Bird. Jane Eyre. The best sock yarn colorway ever in the entire world is I Am No Bird, and she sent it as a giveaway for you guys. So, okay, so I'll tell you my idea. I think when we're done with the Analong, which is at the end of May 31st, we need to do a Bronte along or a Jane Eyre along. Let's say Bronte along because then you can read all the Bronte books and watch all the film adaptations. So I was thinking I could do two things. I could save this and have this be a giveaway for the Bronte along, but I think what I will do is have this be an Instagram giveaway before we start the Bronte along in June 1st, because then whoever wins it can have it for the Bronte along. So I think I'd rather do that. So let's do this as an Instagram giveaway. I'll probably do it just at some point over the next couple weeks. Just keep your eye on Instagram. Love Sockwool. Turn on the notifications, and I'll do this as a giveaway on Instagram because I want someone to have this ahead of time. And oh my goodness, look at the colors. It's so delicate but yet so much depth to this colorway. Like there's grays and lavender and speckles. I really want another skein of this for myself. I knit socks out of this very same colorway on the blitzed base back last fall. I loved every stitch, and I've got it on Volca, one skein on her MCN base that I'm saving for a shawl. But I need another skein on blitzed because I need to make more Jane Eyre socks because you can't have too many Jane Eyre socks. You cannot. It's so beautiful. I could almost cry. Thank you, Kristen, for so generously donating this to the podcast. I'm gonna have a hard time giving it away. I should have told you guys about it. I should have just kept it and not told anybody. But then Kristen would know and she might get mad at me. So I will give it away, I promise. But it's gonna be hard to give this away. Speaking of Jane Eyre and the Bronte sisters, have you guys seen To Walk Invisible on PBS? It's amazing. I watched it, I think I watched it the weekend we got back from California. It is so well done and so interesting. It's edgy and real and raw. I mean, they had hard lives. Those girls were remarkable. What they were able to accomplish given the restraints put on them by society and the time that they lived in and their own health. And it's just amazing that they were able to do what they did. They were geniuses, absolutely geniuses. So if you haven't seen that, I'm pretty sure you can still watch it on PBS. If you have the PBS app, on either Apple TV or your iPad, whatever, you can watch it, or go to pbs.org and you might can watch it just on your computer as well. But it's very well done, and it'll make you want to read all of their novels, which I've started doing. So since last we spoke, and since I watched that adaptation, I've read Agnes Grey by Bronte. So that was her first novel that she got published, and it was so good. That book was so well written and so interesting to read. Like, knowing that Agnes Grey was based, it was basically an autobiographical novel of Anne Bronte. I think a lot of her experiences as a governess are in that book. So it was very interesting to watch that. And I think it's so cool that all three of them, they published their books under nom de plume. So Charlotte was Currer Bell, so like CB, Charlotte Bronte Currer Bell. And then Anne was Acton Bell, and Emily was Ellis Bell. So, and no one, not even their publisher, knew their real identities or even knew that they were women. They assumed that they were men. So it's just fascinating. Go watch that show. Go get biographies of the Bronte sisters and read it. It's so fascinating. So don't you think it'll be fun to do a Bronte along in June? And actually, quite frankly, it will be for the whole summer, because we're gonna have a super busy summer. And I say, let's just do a Bronte along all summer long. Probably through the end of August. It'll be 3 months. Is that okay if we do? I think that we should do that. There's so much material to get through. There are so many things to knit and read and movies to watch that are Bronte related. So that's what we're gonna do. And so in a couple more weeks, or within the next couple of weeks, I'll do an Instagram giveaway for I Am No Bird. And if you have not read Jane Eyre, read that one first, because it's remarkable. That's all I'm gonna say. So anyway, this is just gorgeous. These look really nice together too. Okay, more stash enhancement. I only have 2 more. I picked up this beautiful skein from my local yarn shop, the Yarnery. This is Malabrigo in the water green colorway. It's kind of a mint green. This is my favorite color, mint green. I can't get enough of it. I'm not sure what I'm going to make with it. I was thinking it actually looks really good with this, and I might do a Girl from the Grocery Store by Joji Locatelli shawl. What do you think? I think that would be really pretty. I might do that. Okay, oops, dropped it on the floor. I'll get it later. Last stash enhancement is, this just came today. So because I finished my Magical Girl socks by Jinx Yarn, I had to get some more stripy Jinx. This is called Misty. And she sent a cute little button. I'm gonna have to put that on my field supply bag. Okay, so this is called Misty, and it's 4 rows of orange, 4 rows of yellow, 4 rows of red, 4 rows of blue, 4 rows of tan, 4 rows of red and blue speckles. That's why I got this, because it's got red and blue speckled yarn. A stripe of red and blue speckles, which is so fun. I'll probably be casting this on immediately, even though I already cast on 4 new socks last week. I don't care. I've got to get this one going, because I don't have another stripy one going other than Leia. Oh, I love it. And she shipped it fast too. I ordered it on Thursday and it was here this morning by 9 a.m. That's service. So isn't that pretty? I love it. It's very summery. I feel like it's perfect for summer being just around the corner. All right, I think that is it for stash enhancement. Okay, in other crafty news, I finished a quilt. If you've been following me on Instagram, you may have seen, but I have it on my lap. I've had it on my lap this whole time, and I'll hold it up. I finished my Ballard quilt. And this is with Riley Blake fabric. I believe the center square fabric is Calico Days. And then I got a jelly roll of Backyard Roses, which is what all the border of each square is. And then I backed it with flannel, and this is just, I just kind of had to Frankenpiece the backing. I think I've got like 3 different fabrics. And then thankfully I had enough so that I could do the fold over binding, which I feel like I did a halfway decent job with this time. I'm usually really sloppy with it. It's not perfect by any means, but I feel like I did a more careful job this time. So yay, I finally finished a quilt. And this is the Ballard quilt by Jira Brandbig. Quilt as you go made modern. Let me see if I can find the picture. Oh yeah, it's this one, Ballard blocks. And I've made this like 4 times now. It's very easy and fast, unless you're me and it takes you like 8 months to finish it. But it's just because I don't always have time. To quilt. I love to quilt. I love to do the quilt as you go method. I just don't always have time to do it because if I'm sewing bags for my shop, that takes precedence. And so then when I actually have a day where I could do personal sewing, like I don't really feel like sewing because I've been sewing bags. So it's hard to fit it in, but I do love it. And I have quite a few quilt whips going that I need to finish that I have not finished. But one of these days I will get back to it. What else was I gonna say? I feel like there's something about bags. Oh, I'm trying to come up with a Jane Eyre sock bag because Jane needs a sock bag. And I'm trying to design one in my head. It's difficult because Jane Eyre is like, she's very simple in her taste. She's very plain Jane. So whatever sock bag I make or design would be very simple, but I want it to be pretty. There's got to be like that little touch of je ne sais quoi, for lack of a better way of putting it. I don't even know what that means. I don't think anybody knows what that means. That certain indefinable quality. It's got to be gray. It must be gray, and it must have some kind of something pearly in it, like pearls, because Edward, Mr. Rochester, gives Jane a string of pearls as her wedding present. So there's got to be pearls in the fabric somehow. So I'm working on it. If anyone sees fabric somewhere that reminds you of Jane Eyre, send me a picture on Instagram or something. Because we have to have a Jane Eyre sock bag, right? I really want to do this, but I'm working on it. I have some ideas, but I just haven't found the perfect fabric yet. I'm looking. I've looked at Spoonflower, but there really wasn't. There was like one fabric, but it wasn't quite to my taste. So anyhow, little aside there. I don't think I've got anything earth-shatteringly wonderful left to tell you. I hope that you're having fun knitting Anne stuff. I hope you're knitting some Anne socks or some Anne shawls. Nina is knitting an Anne sweater in this beautiful green color. And she's knitting Anne socks. Nina from This Old Knit podcast. She's knocking it out of the park. What else can I tell you? And again, we are co-hosting the Analog with Jilly from the Knitting Broomstick. The chatter thread is in her group, and the finished object thread is in my group, so you can check out both. So please click join for both of those groups so you can be eligible for prizes. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. There's going to be some vacation video footage and whatnots at the end of this video. So if you're interested, you can stick around and look at that. I took some videos when we were off-roading in the desert and some walks that we went on and etc. So if you're interested, you can watch that. If not, no worries, you can skip over it. I hope you're doing well and that you're enjoying springtime. If you're in the upper Western Hemisphere, I hope you're enjoying some spring. And yeah, take care, God bless, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna show you our campsite. Camping. I'm not a camper at all. Cars. Pumping out the air mattress. The girls' tent. Somebody call it Josh and Megan's tent. The kid tent. So this is how you camp in the desert.
I was thinking more like when the cauliflower fat on your thighs. Oh yeah. Those dimples. Hold on a second.
Are you referring to cellulite?
Yes. Come on, bud. Go.
Keep going. Not comfortable enough yet.
Is there money? That's like a weird money over there. Keep going. Mine.
From last time.
Claiming it.
Okay.
We're driving through a land of Joshua trees. Say hi, Sarah. Say hi, girls. We're in the very end of the Mojave Desert. There's all the Joshua trees, the mountains. There's nice little purple flowers.
And a Gale's Art sock blank.
Yes, the screen's
keeping me sane.
Keeping Sarah sane, which is very hard to do. Most people can't. There's the Joshua trees. And then we're gonna go up through this grove. And I think we're driving up that hill. So, all right. Bye, everybody. We love you. All right.
Whoa, bottoming out.
It's just the wheels doing their four-wheel drive thing.
How are the girls doing back there? Whoa!
Whoa, hey, Sarah.
This is majorly off-roading. Off-roading it. How much farther do you think this road is?
Well, up to the top of this hill.
The top of that hill right there?
Yeah, I'm fine stopping here. I mean,
there was a couple places I almost got stuck. How nervous were you back there?
Huh? Oh, nervous?
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous.
I was nervous.
I
wasn't really
Did you
nervous.
see some of those, those digs?
This car handles really well.
Yeah,
I
told Megan, I said, you have an advantage with your longer wheelbase on some things, but a couple things where I could...
in there and maybe climb up into there a little bit.
All right.
I'm getting seasick too.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Okay.
How are we gonna turn around? Because this is a hairpin right here.
We'll turn around, don't worry. It's a perfect spot to turn around.
We're just laughing at it.
You have to get perspective because, like, in the video,
Uncle Ben was showing us so he can't tell us
getting
not
into
to.
prickles.
That made it over here.
Here you go. He's gonna put a glass hole through one of my car windows.
Here's an arrow. Did you guys see this?
Oh, like an ancient.
Go down, not
Oh, like a bow and arrow.
Is there an
There's
arrow?
Marshall and Ben.
What kind of head is on it?
There's Priscilla. Priscilla, wave!
Broken? I bet so. I bet somebody's horse
And
thinks-
then there's Juliet's about to go plummeting off the edge of that rock. Somebody help Juliet!
Yeah, bird trails. Yeah, I wonder what they are. I wonder if it's mule deer.
Okay, good job.
We're in Sequoia National Forest.
Alright, we are heading back down the road. Say hi, Lucas. Boys. What you guys doing? Okay. It's gonna get gnarly.
There's water.
Which is strike one, right?
You don't like the pitch, don't swing at it.
Strike two. You're out of here! No, I'm not going.
You want to use the little bat?
Why?
What? Still can do it. She'll get warmed up.
Strike three. You're out of
Strike
here!
four. That's strike four.
Oh, you're out of
Oh, it's
here!
swinging a little late. Try to swing earlier.
You gotta pick up the bat, girl.
Oh, I thought it was
Come on, get in the ladder spot.
We're not doing that. Ladder.
California, it's kind of quasi-socialist here. Whoa!
We're somewhere in California. Along some road, we stopped to eat lunch and are climbing a hill. We're almost to the top of that hill. And then we'll see what kind of view is up here. Juliet is buried in the grass. Say hi, Marshall. Oh my goodness, look at all the yellow flowers. Where is he? Thank goodness, he's really far. That is, I don't even know if I can zoom in far enough. Ben's somewhere over there, really far away. He's, oh wait, there he is. Right there. It's a beautiful day. I think it's in the 60s. The children have mostly been fighting in the car this whole entire time. But now morale has improved because we ate lunch. Food always makes people happier.
No, leave your shoes on or else you get poked.
Look at all these yellow flowers. Let's see what he's pointing at. Is he pointing at the water? Saw this nice lady sitting on the side of the road drinking a shock top. I said, oh, we love shock top. So she gave me one. Isn't California wonderful? Okay, I'm gonna take a video of our Airbnb house. Just got back from a run along the bay. Not very far, it was only like 2 miles. But it's crazy uphill on the way back. But here is our Airbnb house. It's extremely cute. What are you doing, Juliet? All these houses along here are adorable. Just wanted to show. It's really cute. This is the mailbox. It's like a little fairy garden mailbox. It's so cute. You like that little mailbox? And Juliet, come down here with me. I'm gonna show you something else that's kind of interesting. You see up there on the chimney? There's a frog. You see the frog? Isn't it cute? Oh yeah, I got you a flower. I found it lying in the road. Okay, let's go see the inside of the house. Ask Daddy if he'll take you up there. All these houses in Pacific Grove have these plaques on them. I guess our house is that old. Okay, let's go look at the inside of the house. It's super charming. Hello, Marshall. Go look at the kitchen, which is much nicer than my own kitchen at home. It's even got really high ceilings. Hi, Marshall. Hide. Priscilla and Juliet slept on the trundle bed. Are we going to do that? Oh, I think you'll be fine. Pay no attention to the unmade bed. I think it was very cute before we came in and messed everything up. That's really cute. Is anybody in here? cute bathtub. Really pretty. Amazing light fixtures. I love the wrought iron toilet roll. And then laundry. And another little cute little bathroom in here, and then we're back to the kitchen. Very fun. Okay, I gotta get some water. Oh look, there's one in the water. Walking around. I think I see another one coming.
I see two.
Four in the water.
Yeah.
Gonna get them all now.
Oh no. The water's getting them.
We're gonna go celebrate Sarah's 40th birthday.
Don't say it too loud.
You know,
Don't want anyone to know.
I just want everybody to know that I have not seen any 4-year-olds hotter than her this evening. So
That's debatable. Okay, let's show where we're gonna eat dinner. Okay, we're gonna eat dinner right there. Is this whole thing called Fisherman's Wharf or just the marina? Well, in any case, it's beautiful. It's Monterey. Yeah, we're not in Pacific Grove anymore,
no,
are we?
Monterey.
We're in Monterey. How's your s'mores, Priscilla? Good.
Chocolate with only.
Oh, here. What do you want? You just want some chocolate?
Yeah. And this is the temperature of Lake Superior.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here. Yeah, I know. Growing up, like going to Chicago and seeing Lake Michigan, I saw waves, and I couldn't see across it, so I was like, ocean.
But Lake Michigan is surprisingly. Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, I did see the hammerhead.
I see a boat.
Yeah.
A hammerhead. Mommy! Mama!
Yeah.
Don't fish me. I think it's
The rays? Oh, there it comes. I think there's a sea turtle way down there, Juliet.